Hi everyone, this is Maureen Chase, Community Manager of the Social Biz User Group. With me today is Jesse Gallagher, a member of our community, but also a multiple IBM champion and another member of our community who is going to be speaking at the upcoming Midwest-Lotus-Users-Group conference that's scheduled for August 19th to the 21st in Atlanta, Georgia. So, like before my prior interview with Tony Holder, we're going to give Jesse the opportunity to introduce himself to you, the community, and you will learn a little bit about his background and his upcoming MWLUG session. And we also have a little surprise for you at the end with Jesse and the community, some more community news. But for now, let's get started, and let me introduce you to Jesse Gallagher. Hi, Jesse. How are you today?
Hi, I'm doing very good. It's a pretty good day here. Thanks.
If you could just please tell us, the community, a little bit about your professional background and your experience as an IBM champion.
Sure. Yeah, I've been a Domino developer since shortly after I got out of college. I guess I've been doing it since about 2006-ish, 2005. So I've been doing that for, I guess that makes me like a medium-aged developer as far as experience goes. I've been doing X pages primarily for a number of years now, and that's probably what I'd be most known for. I tweet and blog about it regularly at frostilic.us. So I generally blog primarily about X pages stuff, but also related topics, and it will be diverging as time goes on as well. I've been fortunate enough to be an IBM champion the last number of years, primarily for this sort of thing. I enjoy, helping people out on Twitter and other venues, and I really enjoy talking about this kind of thing, and so fortunately that has done well. And so yeah, that's primarily what I've been known for. X pages and other notes related things, and then probably other things as time goes on.
So let's get on to your MWLUG session. It's in the application development portion of the agenda, and it's titled AD 107, Maven, an Exhortation and Apology. It's scheduled for Thursday, August 20th at 10 a.m. So can you give us a little bit of insight beyond the abstract as to what this session is about?
Yeah, it's about Maven, which, if you're not familiar with it, it's a mechanism for structuring your Java and others, but primarily Java projects. And it's used for build systems. It's very helpful for automated building and it automates a lot of the various aspects of project management. Not as like a project manager job, but in a software sense. And the reason why I'm talking about it is that it's come up gradually in the Domino community. Like, it's not normally used for X pages development specifically. It's not part of the normal Domino developers toolbox. But if you're doing plugin development, like with the OpenNTF Domino API or other plugins like the extension library, it is a very helpful tool for that sort of thing. The exhortation part of my presentation is to try to encourage people to look into this. It's not necessarily the only tool that will cover this kind of ground, but it's a very useful one. And it is very useful to learn this sort of thing and maybe, potentially move to other tools, but also or continue to use this one. The apology is because it can be difficult, given where we are starting as Domino developers, dealing with OSGI and X pages artifacts can make the transition to Maven very awkward. The OpenNTF Domino API team has gone through some difficult transition learning this and working with it. And so my hope in my presentation is to explain what this is, why you should learn it, and why, even though it is extremely difficult at times to get into, primarily because of where we're starting, why it's still worth it and why it will help you with your projects and with your career as a developer.
That sounds great. And is this your first time speaking at MWLUG?
It is not. I've spoken a couple times before. I believe the last 2 years. I've spoken on various topics, primarily similar, not Maven specifically, but on application structure, Java development, the OpenNTF Domino API. The conference has been pretty good to me as far as speaking roles goes. I do enjoy it. As a conference, it's probably my favorite conference that I go to regularly. It's really, really well put together, and it's always got a great group of speakers and attendees, and it's a really good time.
Yeah, everyone I have spoken to about the event who's going are really looking forward to seeing everyone in the community get back together and hang out and have some fun.
Mm-hmm.
So we know a little bit about you, a little bit about your session. Now it's time for your geek question. So if you had to choose of these three, which one would you choose? Would it be Star Trek, Star Wars, or Game of Thrones?
Star Trek. I did think about this, and Star Wars and Game of Thrones are certainly, when they're great. Well, when Star Wars is good and Game of Thrones are better television and movies, like objectively as far as like production and being put together, they are better done. But Star Trek is just, I always find it more compelling in the aggregate. Like I feel like it's better for your brain, and I really just enjoy it. I can get into it. Yeah, so a given episode of a Star Trek series is most likely going to be significantly crummier than a Game of Thrones episode, but as a universe, I feel like it comes out on top.
That's the answer Tony gave me when I interviewed him last week, Tony Golder. And actually, it's my personal preference as well. I enjoy all three, but I'm a Star Trek girl. Scheduling a live Q&A with Jesse coming up next month, September 15th at 11 a.m. So everyone here who watches this are the first to hear about it, but stay tuned to the Social Biz community because we will be posting more information and communications about it as the date approaches. So thank you, Jesse, for your time and just sharing a little bit about yourself and your session for everybody on the Social Biz community.
Thank you.
So you can follow Jesse on Twitter. His Twitter handle is @HitYourBeat, and it's right here where my fingers are pointing. And I will add the link to Jesse's Twitter handle and the link for the MWLUG.com registration page in the blog below. So thank you everyone for joining us. Make it a great day.